Globalization refers to a set of changes rather than a single change. Many of these changes are social, cultural, and political rather than purely economic. And one of the main drivers, in addition to the global marketplace, is the communication revolution. We can see from the X-rays that at an early stage of painting, a window has painted at the left of the portrait. It seems that there may have been two windows in the initial design for the portrait, or that the window was moved at an early stage. History is selective. What history books tell us about the past is not everything what happened, but what historians have selected. They cannot put in everything. Choices have to be made. Choices must similarly be made about which aspects of the past should be formally taught to the next generation in the shape of school history lessons. A single protein is a master regulator of mouse muscle function during aging, a new study finds. Blocking this protein increased muscle strength and endurance in old animals. It may play a role in age-related muscle weakening in humans. Welfare has a special political meaning to the United States because it refers to how the poor receives financial aid. In comparison, welfare services are regarded as a universal right in other regions like Europe, where it is believed that all citizens should be able to obtain a minimal level of social support and well-being. Australia has one of the world's most important mining industries. It is a major exporter of coal, iron ore, gold, and copper, and is self sufficient in all minerals bar petroleum. Since the first discoveries, the coal in 1978, mineral production has risen every year. In the decade to 1992, it doubled. Moods may also have an effect on how information is processed by influencing the extent to which judges rely on pre existing internal information or focus on new external information. Positive moods promote holistic and top down processing style, while negative moods recruit more stimulus driven and bottom up processing.
actually want to caution against using the word romance. To me, romance can signify a lot of passion, chaos, instability, like we see in the movies. But this isn't always healthy. Romance can be part of a relationship, but we should make sure that it's not the definitive part. To me, the 3 great characteristics of a relationship are: first, healthy communication. Are you able to express your needs, desires, and issues without a great deal of conflict? And is the other person open to hearing it? Number 2 is equality. Do you feel like an equal to your partner? Are you both putting in equal effort? And finally, number 3 is trust. Do you feel your partner's loyal? Are you loyal to your partner? Do you ultimately have a safe relationship?
BioBonanza is a one-day open house festival. All of the researchers in the Department of Biology are going to be showcasing their research so students can come and see research, interact with the researchers. And we want people to be able to interact and have fun at this event. As soon as you walk in the doors, you'll see all sorts of activities, displays of how a human heart works. We'll have sections of spinal cord and brain. You'll get to be able to see butterflies and all sorts of insects. You'll be able to try to catch some local insects, and we'll have activities like walking through local plant gardens and seeing how photosynthesis work.
There have been various definitions of happiness throughout history and the history of philosophy. The ones which interest me are approaches to happiness that follow the Enlightenment, particularly in the work of Jeremy Bentham, for whom happiness was really a combination of physical feelings, pleasures as different combinations and aggregations of pleasure and pain occur over time. They generate these psychological experiences that Bentham called happiness. But underlying them for Bentham were physical triggers and dimensions. What's an article? I was asking myself this very question in the post office yesterday, standing in line waiting to sign for, as it so happens, an article. A postal article. Not the postal article. Now, before we get ahead of ourselves, an article in English is a word that precedes a noun, and simply indicates specificity. This sounds quite complicated, and to be honest, it's quite complicated to say without spraying everyone within 15 feet, but the concept's quite simple. The definite article in English is the word, the, and indicates a specific thing or type. For example, the train is an hour late. By contrast, the indefinite article in English is any of the words, a, an, or, some, and the indefinite article indicates a non-specific thing. For example, would you please pass me an apple? We always precede a word with, a, if it doesn't start with a vowel sound. For example, take a hike. I'm spending a weekend at Bernie's, or there's a knight in shining armor. Similarly, we precede words with the indefinite article, an, if they do start with a vowel sound, for example, an ostrich, an enormous mess, or an occupational health and safety policy.